acid, and like he lived like a full lifetime, and then he like woke up.
Yeah, like it's weird drugs. And you know what? My sister used to say. So my sister was a DEA agent, right? She yeah, exactly. So here's a couple weird things. First thing is, she always had a gun on her, right? So you reach into her purse to like get some gum, and it's like, oh, let me move your gun. Second thing is, like if she got on a plane, she was automatically an air marshal, so she had to go meet the pilot and stuff like that. She also had a semi-automatic weapon in the trunk of her car. And DEA, I'm taking all this, is the only agency that is self-funded, meaning what they take, they keep. So when they confiscate money and assets, it funds the department. So it's called a G car. When you're a government employee, you get a car, and G cars are usually like total boring cars, but not DEA. Like she drove like a Trans Am for a while because she took it from Drug Enforcement Association. So I have two good stories about my sister. The first one is this. So what my sister would tell me is one of the reasons you should not do drugs is because drug dealers are gross. And she said she went into a meth lab once, and the guy had like full-blown hepatitis and had open sores and stuff like that. And that's the person who's like cooking the drugs and giving it to you. She said we wouldn't even go into
White is like super clean and like perfect.
Yeah, but he's not what most drug dealers are like. Like most drug dealers are gross. And she said, you don't even go in those rooms without a hazmat suit, and people are putting that in their bodies. She said they cut it like with literal drain cleaners. She said that stuff happens because they're looking just to make money. That's the first thing she would say. And then one time she was going to make a buy, and she was at a wire, and she walked in, and she never would tell my parents the story. So she walked into a hotel room, and they were buying. She was in New Orleans, and they were buying actually from Colombians. And then she's going to make the buy, and she's going to look at the stuff. And at this point, she's like maybe 30, and she's wearing like kind of a low-cut shirt. So without thinking, she bends over to look at something, and the guys look down her shirt just to like check out, like, her little chest. And what do they see?
A wire.
They see the wire. So they just reached into her shirt, pulled the wire, and then all of their guns were on her. And she said, she just looked at him and she goes, you know that I have backup, and you know if you kill me, none of us get out alive. Like I die, we all die. We haven't done anything. There has been no money exchange. I walk out, we all live. And they let her walk out. So
Did they arrest them?
no, they couldn't, because they hadn't done the buy. So yeah. So so I teach school. My older sister teaches kindergarten, and my middle sister was a DEA agent. So
Is she on here?
she's old. I'm old. She's 64. Yeah.
Was she on here or was she on?
She worked in Phoenix and did some time in DC and in New Orleans. So, okay, that was my weird. It's a cool job. There are lots of cool jobs in this world. Go be a federal agent. It's cool. So here's what we're doing. Today we're going backwards. I've been. Are we ready? Let me go through this. Okay, guys. No. Stop. Let me get through. 10 minutes, really fast. Phones down, please. Here we go. John, put your phone away. Mateo, put your phone away. Okay, so here's what we've been going forward. I've been giving you the equation. You write the graph. Today, I'm going to give you points on the graph. You're going to write the equation. Now, we've done this in 8th and 9th grade. We did this. I gave you this point, 1, 4, and 7, 3, and I said, write a line. And you did y equals mx plus b. You plugged in these guys. You got m, you got b. You did it. We actually did it later this year when I said, here is what the graph looks like. I gave you a drawing. I gave you a point, and you wrote the equation. You said y equals 3x plus 2 squared. You did the whole thing, right? We even went even farther this year, and I gave you these ones. Remember this, where we would go like this, and it had a bounce and a wiggle, and I'd say, write the equation, and I gave you a point right here, and you had to write the equation. What we're doing the exact same thing tonight, but I'm not going to draw it for you. I'm just telling you what shape it is. Because if I don't tell you either a drawing or what shape it is, 2 points can make anything. 2 points can make a line. They can make a U. They can make anything. So tonight we're doing this. We are going to be taking points, and I'm the youngest, and we're going to be doing this. So here's what your answers are going to look like tonight. Write this on your top of your board. Your answer, because this is going to be on your probability quest, your answer tonight will look like this. It'll be blank times blank to the x. If you don't have the 2 blanks filled in, and if you don't have the x and the y, it will not be right, because we're writing the equation of an exponential function. Okay, so here's our job. Our job is going to be to figure out this guy and to figure out this guy. Are you ready? Hold it. Let me just get through this.
I got you.
Okay, so step 1, write down your equation. Step 2, plug in this guy. He is easy. We always start off with the easy guy. Our job is to figure out A and B, and I'm going to use those points to help me. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in that guy for Y, 5, and this guy for X. And if you're looking at that, you're thinking, well, Miss T, that doesn't actually help me a lot because I still have 2 letters. Why the hell do you think that helps me? And here's why. Because one of these letters is going to disappear. Because B to the 0 is something. I'm going to give you 3 options, and I want you to talk to your neighbors about what it is. B to the 0 is either equal to B, or it's equal to 0, or it's equal to 1. Talk to your neighbors right now. Decide, is it B, 0, or 1? Talk and tell me which one it is. Talk now to each other. Which one is it?
1.
Anyone got a guess? Is it 0, 1, or B?
It's 0, so
It's 1. Because anything to the 0 is 1. So guess what? We get to do this. We get to take this guy and say, wait a second. 5 equals A times 1. We'll divide by 1, divide by 1. A is 5. I am halfway done with my problem. So come over here, write the 5 in. Yay! Now I'm going to do the exact same thing again, but this time I'm looking for B. Are you, oh, you're going to stay down there. Are you ready? So here we go, one more time. But we're not going to use 0 and 5. We've already used them. So we're going to use these guys. Okay, so plug it in. Here we go. We're going to say, do this. 20 equals 5B to the 2nd. Did I lose anyone on where I came from all that stuff, right? That's my X and Y. That's my A that I already figured out. Now I'm just looking for B. And it's going to be really easy. I'm going to divide by 5, and I'm going to get 4. B squared equals 4. Well, then what the hell is B? 2. Guess what? You're done. Now, obviously, they're going to get a little bit trickier, but not a whole lot. I had a lot of people say, this is the easiest thing we've done all year, right? You need a calculator, though, for the next 2 problems. So either get your phone out, if you're going to use your phone, or get a calculator out. I need to talk to you on these next 2 because they're not going to be this nice. They're not going to be this nice. Here comes the next one. Are you ready? Some of you are going to start to realize that getting A is super easy. It's just going to be 3. Let me show you again how. I'm going to say 3 equals A times B to the 0. That goes away. So A is 3. Yay! Y equals 3 times B to the X. Now what I gotta do though, is I gotta get that B. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug in. Okay. So here's what we were saying. 6, ooh, why is that doing that? 6 equals 3 times 3 to the x. I had someone in my class earlier who made that 9x. Don't do that, 9x. First, divide by 3. So we're at 2 equals 3 to the x. Oops, I forgot. Sorry, that's not right. What am I thinking? Sorry. B to the third. Is that better? What was I? I was gone there for a minute. I'm back now. B to the third. Now this is where I need to talk to you because I need to get B by itself. And I don't know what this is going to be a weird decimal answer. So I need you right now, honest to God, to get out a calculator because I'm going to show you where I blow this a lot and how I fix it. Are you ready? Everyone's got a calculating device. Go get some kind of calculator out. You can use your phone. That's totally fine. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I am in essence doing this. I'm taking the cube root here and the cube root here. Now, some of you have a button on your calculator that will do that. But here's why I don't like using that button. Because I don't know if I'm supposed to hit 3 weird little buttons, then 2, or 2 weird little buttons, and then 3. And the reason that's a problem is because the answers look super, super similar. So I'm going to show you how I do it, and I never make it wrong. So instead of using the cube root, I am going to use instead the fraction root. I'm going to say what gets rid of a 3 is a 1/3 and a 1/3. I think putting that in my calculator is much easier. So grab a calculator out, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to get 2, and then it's got that little caret button. I'm going to go parentheses 1 divided by 3, and you get a really nice answer. I think that's easier. Or some of you have a button that looks like this, X to the block. It's really easy. You're going to hit 2, that little button, parentheses 1/3. But if you use that root button and you get them in the wrong order, you won't know. So what I want you to do right now, I would like you to figure out what 2 to the 1/3 is, share it with your neighbor to see if you did it correctly. Yeah.
So when you started off with 6 is equal to 3 times b to the third, is the 3 that's equal to the 6, is that the x?
That was my A.
That's your A? Okay.
Which is that?
Which is that? Okay.
Perfect. So, yeah.
And then does the b third come from the 3
Okay, so here I go. 2 to the 1/3. Here's what I got. See if you get this, because if you don't, then it's a trouble. 1.26. Yeah? Is everybody okay on that? So our answer finally at the end is times 1.26 x. That's the answer. Is everybody okay how to get it? Okay, last one on your own, all by yourself. Do this problem, all by yourself. Do this problem, all by yourself. Do this problem, all by yourself. Do this problem. Do this problem. So A is 4, obviously, right? Because that's the shortcut, right? Y is going to be 22. 22 equals 8b to the 8. Get rid of the 4, just divide by 4. Now watch what we're going to do. We're going to put that in parentheses, right? Down in parentheses, and take it to the 1/8. That's how you get rid of this 1/8. Because watch what I'm showing you a really nice thing on this calculator. So watch what we're going to do. We're going to so we're going to say 22 divided by 4. Enter.
You guys hear this?
And then we're going to say caret to that. Oh, you want to put in parentheses, because here's in case you're doing, you're doing the 1, and they're dividing the whole thing. Does that make sense? So parentheses, 8, boom. Does that make sense? So it's easier than doing it as an 8 group, which you can, but you can get it. Did you get, here's the answer. You guys ready? Y equals, if you don't have the Y, is it wrong? Yes. 4, parentheses, 1.23, is that right? To the X, is that what that is? Are we good? Yeah, is that good? That's it. I am done. Will you finish your homework in class? Yes. The answer key is on there. I like to think that they're suggested answers, because apparently I made a bunch of mistakes. So here is number 11, by the way, on the answer key. You will finish the class, and I'm going to check off last night's. It is light yellow. This is golden yellow. Easy hours. People at home, you know, become the ages.